All right, guys. So you know, it's May. It's about mid-season for the Bass Pro Tour and fishing in general. And I wanted to kind of give you an update, how things are going. And I get a lot of questions about the new VexusVXs 20. This was one of the first boats made. So obviously, you know, there's a lot of questions everywhere I've been. I just had a bunch of people at Eufaula, Oklahoma ask me, how's it ride? What speed are you getting? What are you setting your jack plate at? All these different questions. So want to go through that as well as answer a couple questions that some people have asked me on social media, and then give you a couple maintenance tips that I figured out. So first of all, VXS 20, unbelievable ride. Number one, you know, people were questioning now that they've kind of compacted the whole design, how's it going to ride? The airwave seats, unbelievable, but the ride, I can tell you right now that I've been in Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma, we had some giant waves a couple days. It handles great, handles perfect, almost too good, meaning that those airwave seats, you kind of get going a little faster than maybe you should, but boat performed great. As far as the speed, what I've kind of learned now over the past 5 months is it's all how you load the boat. I have a tendency, especially when the fishing's kind of tough, you know, a lot of fish are in transition, things like that, I tend to add way too much tackle to the boat. So I've learned to, if I want the speed, take it out of the nose of the boat. Lighten your load up here, meaning plastics, you know, your jigs and spinner baits, anything that adds weight, take it out of the nose, put it in the rear of the boat. Aside from that, when I have a tournament load, let's say full tank of gas, live wells, and a partner, I'm getting anywhere from 64 to 66, 67 on a good day, depending on the elevation. And I'm not one to play around with props either. I know my friend Brett Height, he plays around with prop size and pitches a lot. I don't do that. I run a 23 Fury predominantly. But your jack plate, okay? So I run an Atlas jack plate. Let's go back here. I tend to set it on the gauge, on the digital gauge that's mounted on the Vexus. Anywhere, my boat performs best, the way I load it, anywhere between 7 and 10 on the gauge. Now, you know, that's going to depend on where your motor's mounted, a bunch of different applications. So what you're going to find is when you're driving the boat, and, you know, let's play around with it, have it all the way buried, your jack plate, then start lifting it, and then all of a sudden you'll feel it kind of like where you're losing speed. Back it back down on your finger flex gauges just a hair, and you'll feel the boat kind of catch, and that's your sweet spot right there. So that's what I've learned for me regarding that. Now, let's back up. Another question I get. Vexus boats come with Pro Guide batteries, and I made a new partnership at the beginning of the season, first time ever trying them. The lithium cranking as well as trolling batteries. I run the 36 volt in parallel on both sides, the cranking and the trolling. No problems. I've actually, you know, one night we had some bad storms, didn't get to charge my my troll batteries for at least 48 hours. Unbelievable power, consistency, no issues with the cranking batteries going dead with my Garmin's all lit up all day because I'm one to forget about putting them in sleep mode, I'll be honest with you. But so yeah, the Pro Guide batteries, the lithium batteries, great reviews on that for me. Like I said, they come with the Vexus boat, so if you're looking at getting into a Vexus, they have the best battery on the market, so you don't have to worry about that. They rig them with it. Now, a couple little maintenance things. Actually, this just happened to me at Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma. My jack plate, because I was running across some timber and some things I probably shouldn't have, as well as that Santee Cooper, running a hydraulic jack plate in those situations can save you a lower unit, save you props. So, you know, when you get a lot of use out of them, you'll find that sometimes they'll start sticking and they'll want to grab. Get you some silicone spray, and it's very simple. You just spray it on each ram there, on each side, and you run it up and down. You don't want to use like an oil or water base because it'll just dissolve and go away. And then you just run it up and down, and then that's going to take away that sticking. So just a little maintenance, if you would, as far as the Atlas jack plate. And like I said, it's a mainstay for me. Nothing but great things to say about that as far as boat performance and everything. Now, another thing that I do, because I did my oil change, okay? You can go to your Mercury dealer, get the oil change kit, do it in your shop, in your garage. and as well as I did my lower unit. And then one thing that I do is I get this Mercury marine grade grease, and I put it on the trim tabs here. So that way, you know, if you hear a strange noise or some popping or something like that, that's the rams running out of grease. So really simple. You just put a little dab on your finger and you're good to go with that. Run it up and down a couple times. Just simple, quick, easy solution right there. And then here's another thing that I got turned on to. So the guys over there, Nathan and Eric at Wadowee Marine, turned me onto this. You can see right here my motor. I'll be honest, I don't clean it as much as I should, but you could actually see the reflection in there. This stuff right here, if you're at a Mercury dealer or go on to mercury.com, all-in-one spotless shine, that stuff is unbelievable. Spot remover, water spot remover, detailer, really, really cool. So I just figured that out. So I figured got nothing better to do today. So did that. And then, you know, here's another cool thing. You'll see, I used to have two 12 Ultras here, okay, Garmin EchoMap Ultra 2s. Well, you know, my son was telling me, and I've been reading about, the bigger the screen as far as forward-facing sonar, the more pixels you're gonna get, the bigger the picture, obviously. With the capability, come here, I'll show you, with the capability of this quick snap release, I simply undid my 12 over there, put it up there where the 10 was, and now I have the screen like that. So really quick and simple. Now if I want to do a lot of graphing, say I'm going to Gunnersville, and I want offshore mapping and all that good stuff, side view and down view, all that, I can take that 12, put it where the 10 is in a matter of seconds. So that's really cool. I kind of adopted that, figured that out, so I do that a lot. Yeah, as far as the trailer, the only thing I've had to do, seriously, is check the tire pressure. That's it. I keep an eye, like especially when you launch your boat, always look on the back side of your rims. It's a dead giveaway. If you have a seal that went bad or something, you'll see oil getting sprayed around in there. That's when you know you may have an issue and you better look at it. But other than that, trailers perform great. Other than that, you know, the only, I guess, bad thing with the VexusVXs is my fault that I didn't order a stereo and a system, because they provide that as part of an option. I chose not to do that, and I'll be honest with you, long days on the water, practicing by yourself, it's nice to have some music. And I was one of the first boats out of the gate there, so we tried this this for the lid and the cockpit area, this new material. They decided to go another way, so I'm actually going to take this boat back and they're going to reapply with a different kind of material like this. So other than that, that's my only kind of, you know, knock on it, is that one, I didn't order stereo, and two, we're going to change that. The ice chest, that has been, the way they changed it around has been really, really awesome. Now the lid opens like that. The only thing you got to remember with that is when you shut it, make sure it's closed tight. And, you know, it keeps a lot of ice, so you don't have to worry about that. The other thing, here's what else I figured out. So with the Airwave seats, okay, everybody has somewhere they put their wallet, their keys. I got an SKB case that actually has my little pump for the Airwave seats, my trolling motor remote, some keys, extra batteries, and then I have another one that I carry, my wallet, my cell phone. They all slide right underneath these seats, so you don't have to waste space in your, you know, your actual compartments. That's more room for tackle. So they slide right underneath there, out of the way. Those cases are waterproof, durable. You know, they're obviously protected back there and they can fly out of the boat. So that's another cool little tip that I learned. Besides that, you know, let's talk about fishing. Haven't had the best year so far. I got 3 Bass Pro Tour tournaments left. Plan on doing really well in those. I like those fisheries, grass kind of fishing, you know, shallow, that kind of deal. And I'll be honest with you, I've had these kind of hiccups in the past. It's tough when you're going through it, because you start making decisions and things you normally wouldn't do because you're pushing the issue too much. So I'm going to settle back, settle down, think about what I'm doing, and enjoy what I'm doing. Meaning, throw the baits I like to throw, fish the kind of structure I like to fish, go out, enjoy myself, have some good tournaments, and finish out the year strong. And yeah, get ready for the fall. I know it's not even heat of summer, I'm talking about the fall, but thinking about going to upper state New York and catching those big smallmouth already and deer hunting this fall. But anyhow, hope this helps. If you have any other questions on the Vexus, the VXS, hit me up on my social media channels. I'll be more than happy to answer those. And if you're in this area and you want to test drive or go out for a ride or whatever you want to do, hit me up.